It's Friday, September
And our
19th.
agreement today will expand and deepen that partnership so that the next 30 years hold even greater promise than the last 30 years have delivered.
Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to deepen economic and security ties ahead of the next round of negotiations with Donald Trump.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
The city and neighbors expressing disappointment after the Supreme Court of Canada ruled that it will not hear an appeal over a plan to develop part of Canada Golf and Country Club.
There's paint that's been chipped and needs to be refreshed. But other amenities through the years that either become dislodged or maybe a little too aggressive played need to be addressed.
And why some say Canada's largest playground is in desperate need of repairs less than a decade after it was built. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good Friday morning. I'm Rosie Edden.
And I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. The CTV Your Morning 20K giveaway continues, so make sure you watch every hour for the daily code word. And of course, your chance to win $20,000.
We're talking about how good that feel on a Friday.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out later this hour for today's code word and your chance to get in to win some big money. We've been talking about it all week long. A wonderful contest for everybody.
Really great
Absolutely.
indeed. We're going to share the wealth a little bit and do a little saving at the same
That's
time,
right.
That's what
That's
we've all
right.
decided.
Everyone's got their own little plan. We're going to get right into our news headlines. Targeted by tariffs, Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to standing together as Donald Trump begins to unravel CUSMA, the existing North American trade agreement.
We're beginning a new era of elevated cooperation with a comprehensive strategic partnership.
The agreement billed as a comprehensive strategic partnership was signed by Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City yesterday. It includes a plan to build infrastructure such as ports, rail, and energy corridors while tackling crime and protecting the environment.
The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it won't hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. The country's highest court said it will not hear an appeal by the city and other groups that had tried to block Club Link's plan for years, citing a 1981 agreement to keep 40% of the property as green space. No reasons were provided. It means a lower court's decision that the agreement should be considered void still stands.
If it's one word, it's disappointed.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
And I can tell you, after a heavy rain, this piece of land struggles to handle that stormwater the way it is now. Now, can you imagine that paved over with 1,500 housing units taking up virtually all of the green space that the golf course has? It's non-viable.
Ottawa's mayor says the plan does not meet the standard for responsible development. Mark Sutcliffe says the city will do what it can to ensure the 40% green space commitment made in 1981 is upheld and will not grant any of the easements that would be necessary for the site's development.
Just 8 years later, the $2 million Moonies Bay Playground is already in need for some repairs. The area councillor drawing attention to its state, though families are still using it daily.
Yeah, it's a really cool park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
So some of the problems, there's rotting wood, chipped paint, and at least one nail sticking out. Councillor Riley Brockington says he brought forward a long list of issues with parks in his ward to city staff about a month ago, including that wood that was rotting, and this is all at the playground site.
Certainly there are issues throughout the year, every year. There's normal wear and tear in Ottawa's largest playground. And more recently throughout the summer, we have heard from a few residents about issues, so I did send one of my staff down to the site. Trees that needed to be trimmed. We looked at the pavilion.
Brockington says he expects the city to move on repairs, but in the meantime, the park is safe to use. When the park was built, it cost the city $1 million, with another $1 million coming from a production company behind a TVO show. Well, some closures continued in Gatineau after a pair of water main breaks earlier in the week. There were 2 water main breaks on Laurier Street Tuesday, forcing the closure of Gatineau City Hall on Wednesday and the Canadian Museum of History. Now, the museum did briefly reopen, but was closed again yesterday because water to the building had been cut off. A boil water advisory is still in effect in the area.
A new report shows nearly 300,000 Ontarians left an emergency room without getting treatment over the last year. The figures were compiled by think tank MEI, based on figures gathered from information requests from the provinces. Out of almost 6 million emergency room visits across Ontario in 2024, about 4.9% of patients left before they were treated, or more than 292,000. The report warns that patients who face delays in treatment or avoid it often end up suffering from worsening conditions, leading to more complex consequences. OC Transpo is rolling out new display screens, giving riders live updates right at the bus stop. The new screens are being tested at 4 bus stops: Eagleson Park and Ride, Bayshore Shopping Centre, Bank and Somerset, and along Carling Avenue at the Civic Hospital. Riders can see live arrival times and countdowns. The screens are solar powered, and the project aims to improve access for transit users who may not have a phone.
My phone was dead and I couldn't check when the bus was coming or anything, and honestly, it's a good addition.
Actually, what I like the most about it, it's efficiency. It's true free power.
Looked at it for a few minutes and I can see right now that the bus is coming, and it actually is pretty accurate.
OC Transpo will gather rider feedback and then decide if the program should be expanded.
Some Via Rail trains will no longer be stopping in Eastern Ontario. Via is launching direct service between Toronto and Montreal as part of a 3-month pilot project. Starting on September 29th, several trains will not stop in Cornwall, Brockville, Kingston, and Belleville while traveling between Montreal and Toronto. The train 50 from Toronto to Ottawa will not stop in Belleville and Kingston. Via Rail says the trains may arrive 30 to 40 minutes earlier without all those stops.
A new mural unveiled this week, brightening an Ottawa community housing neighborhood in the city's south end.
It's called Joy, celebrating residents' pride and creativity, and is meant to represent a strong, supportive, and joyful community. The artist has helped create dozens of murals at OCH buildings.
It's located near South Keys on Ledbury Avenue. How nice is that?
Beautiful.
Let's see it again.
sight.
Oh, the butterfly.
Right?
Oh,
Who
that's
wouldn't
beautiful.
smile like that
Yeah.
if a butterfly landed on your nose? As long as it's a butterfly, not a bird for me, I'm okay.
You're okay. You're okay.
Butterflies are good. Birds, I'm terrified of birds.
You think it'd be a wasp this time of year
Or
with everything
wasp,
going on?
yeah.
You wouldn't want that.
No, but your beautiful mural, and of course another gorgeous day in the capital for us. Not as warm today as we will see, as we have seen throughout the beginning of the work week, so temperatures more average for this time of the year, but that's okay because the sun will be shining, sitting at 9 degrees, so a little bit cool to start off your morning, seeing those winds coming out of the northwest around 13 kilometers an hour. Similar temps around the region, low single digits, or we will see low double digits. 6 degrees currently in Pembroke, so a little bit cooler in Pembroke. 9 in Brockville, 12 already in Montreal, so some areas a little bit warmer than others. Nice and clear to start things off, so we're seeing very clear skies this morning. Don't have to worry about fog patches like we did earlier this week. This morning, nice and clear. Sifting through your closet today, you can ditch the umbrella this afternoon, but you will need the ball cap because it will be quite sunny today, but temperatures very average, 19 degrees for our daytime high, so that's pretty normal for this time of the year. And you can see pretty average across the region as well for our daytime high, 17 out in the valley for today, as well as in Bancroft, slightly warmer in Trenton, as well as in Kingston, sitting at 21, 19 out along the Seaway. Gatineau also sitting at 19 for their daytime high, 20 is the daytime high over in Montreal. And don't forget that fall actually officially arrives on Monday at 2:19 p.m. is when fall will begin. So how is the fall week shaping up? Well, you know what? It's going to actually be beautiful. Above seasonal temperatures as we head into next week. This weekend, very average weather on the way, so sunny skies, but temperatures a little bit below seasonal as we head into tomorrow with a high of 18, but the warm weather is back on Sunday with a high of 21. Then next week, there is a chance of scattered showers, slim chance for Monday as well as in Tuesday, but you can see that summer-like weather will continue for our first week of fall. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your time saver traffic, and no issues. East to west traffic is looking decent this hour.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa.
Parking requirements, when we're talking about personal vehicles, end up taking so much extremely important land space that we could be using for housing.
Ottawa community housing becomes a driving force in helping tenants get around. Details of the new car sharing project right after these messages. Taking a peek through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and yeah, still no sunshine as of yet, but we're only at 6:10 in the morning. Happy Friday, everybody. A beautiful weekend ahead. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa.
Your morning just got a little brighter. Wake up and start your day with CTV Your Morning, and you could be $20,000 richer. Simply watch CTV Your Morning Ottawa for the daily code word. Then enter it online at ctvottawa.ca for your chance to win. Imagine what you could do with an extra $20,000. CTV Your Morning's $20,000 giveaway. Watch CTV Your Morning Ottawa, weekday morning 6 to 9.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville. Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville. From the team you trust, we are CTV News Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News Ottawa.
Dream big with Move 100. Now, dream $20,000 bigger. Starting next week, listen for your chance to win $20,000. Dream big, win bigger with Ottawa's Move 100.
Happy Friday. Welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it won't hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. Just 8 years later, the $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need of repairs, and the area councillor drawing attention to its state. Closures continue in Gatineau after a pair of water main breaks earlier in the week, forcing the closure of Gatineau City Hall and the Canadian Museum of History.
Ooh, it is another beautiful day, and why wouldn't we have this? This has been the trend all week long. We aren't expected to reach that 20 degrees. A little bit of cloud cover early to start, but then that beautiful sunshine reappears into our afternoon, coming up to a nice, comfortable high of 19 degrees. And taking a peek at our roads at this hour, no major collisions or anything to report. Of course, the sunshine taking a little bit longer to appear. What we aren't seeing this morning, though, is those fog patches that we have been seeing so far earlier in the week. So visibility will continue as we take a look at our Friday morning commute.
A brand new electric vehicle car sharing program is rolling out, giving Ottawa community housing residents an environmentally friendly and affordable way to get around town. CTV's Kimberly Fowler explains.
Compared to Uber, this is much cheaper.
Linda Crampf is getting her first look at a new ride. These electric vehicles now available for Ottawa community housing tenants at the launch of this car share station east of Manor Park on Thursday.
I live just here. I can come and rent for an hour and just $13. And the good news is that because I live here, I get a 60% discount too.
The OCH program is partnering with Communauto, and the aim is to relieve congestion on city streets and expand affordable, climate-friendly transportation.
Parking requirements, when we're talking about personal vehicles, end up taking so much extremely important land space that we could be using for housing. So bringing a low-cost, low-carbon mobility strategy into our new developments makes perfect sense.
Well, this innovative program allows tenants access to these electric vehicles, and they can use them for anything, to commute to work, to doctor's appointments, appointments, and even the grocery store, all while reducing the cost and carbon footprint of transportation.
People want to be able to maximize their mobility options. Residents have a cheaper option that they might be able to just spend a couple $100s a year so that they can go and do groceries rather than literally thousands of dollars a year maintaining a car.
The car sharing program is supported by a $250,000 investment from the RBC Foundation.
Say for tomorrow from 2:30 to 3:30.
These EVs can be booked up to 30 days in advance. Users of the car share program can opt for a monthly membership, or for lighter users, they can pay per trip.
The sign up is all done online via communato.ca. That allows you access to our app, which you use to both unlock the vehicles, find the vehicles, and plan your routes.
Giving nearby residents more options to get around in their day-to-day lives.
This makes it so, affordable for all. So I think it's a fantastic idea.
Kimberly Fowler, CTV News.
The car sharing programs are amazing. I've used them a number of times, and it's really handy. Couple of pluses, so you get a car if you don't have one already, and you don't have to worry about insurance, right? You just sign up, boom, open the car, drive the car, you're good to go, put it back where you found it or in a different place, but a designated spot. And it makes it so easy. If you got like a lot of errands that you have to run, or you're gonna buy something that's really heavy, you throw it in the car and you go on your way, and then you get to drop the car off and you're done. And I always love that, Will. When I rent a car, I gotta tell you, when I take it, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Okay, I'm driving, I'm fun, I'm having a good time. Then when I get to drop it off, I'm like,
that's it.
Done, baby.
Well, it's
and
so
it just
nice.
feels so good.
Yeah, and like I feel like even for certain situations, it's literally like that's the money spot. A car that's available to you when you need it, just for like some errands like that.
Right.
It's not going to work for everybody, but it does fill a big void for so many people that just need those quick grocery trips and stuff, but don't want thousands of dollars in K payments.
There you go.
All right, well, the U.S. ambassador to Canada says that he's been disappointed by what he calls anti-American rhetoric and the Elbows Up campaign. He downplayed the tension between the two nations, even saying that we shouldn't be calling it a trade war. Let's bring in Bill Carroll from the Morning Rush and News Talk 580 CFRA. Bill, what are your thoughts on these comments from yesterday?
You know, if it wasn't so serious, I'd actually laugh out loud. This is the most absurd thing. Is he joking with us right now? Are we being punked? What is he going on about? He came to Canada and he's surprised that because his boss launched a trade war, threatened our sovereignty using economic force. He doesn't like the media and others in Canada using terms like trade war. That's what everybody calls it. And there's a headline in the Wall Street Journal I read this morning in your country calling it a trade war. So we didn't start the war. We didn't introduce the phrases. Your guy started the war, and I guess you're speaking on his behalf. So let's address Donald Trump directly when it comes to the hurt feelings that they're having in Washington right now. Are you really so unbelievably, do you lack self-awareness to the degree, or is this just pure arrogance that you think you can just steamroll over a country, threaten everything it stands for and everything it believes, and we're just supposed to sit back and take it? Well, at times I think our government has decided that's exactly what to do, but we're still in the middle of negotiating. Maybe there will be some surprises, but Canadians, at least individually, are standing up through their boycotts, through their purchases, their travel decisions. Yeah, we're standing up because guess what? We actually are a country and get to make our own decisions. And when our neighbor bullies us, and then he's trying to sell this idea that why would you mess with the current situation? Our economic ties are the envy of the world. We're in great shape. Why would you mess with that? Again, what are you trying to do to us here? We actually pay attention to the news. We know what goes on in your country. The average American may not pay much attention to Canada, but we pay attention. We know how this started. We like the relationship as well. We have a written agreement with your country, and then you make up reasons to break that agreement by saying that we're responsible for so much of the fentanyl pouring into your country and illegal immigrants and all of those things, like it's not your job to control your own border. When we were having problems with our border, we didn't weep and cry and whine and say, oh, the U.S. government has to do something to stop illegal immigrants coming into Canada. We got mad at our own government and said it's our job to protect our borders. So we can stand up for ourselves. We're entitled to do that, and we will continue to do that. But what this guy's trying to sell, I mean, his last name should be Huckster, not Huckstra. It's Pete Huckster. But then I'm sure he wouldn't like that name calling. It's not, although I did learn it from your boss, Donald Trump. He loves to call people names. So maybe huckster is it. U.S. Ambassador Huckster it is from now on. Please don't be too sad.
Well, then we would go from trade war to name war, and Bill, and I think you'd have the first battle in that war, and I would say that you win.
Don't use those words. Those are trigger words, Will. Don't upset.
That's right.
Huckster.
We'll continue that on radio so then I can have a little bit more leeway. What do you think?
Yeah, sorry I'm cranky this morning. I lost sleep. I went to bed last night after hearing his feelings were so hurt, and I just wept for him. You know, I know you're here in Ottawa. You could come to the Carroll House for dinner. We'll make you feel a little bit better about all of that, okay? We're really sorry for fighting back.
Well, we'll give you a quick nap, and then we'll check in later. Have a great show, Bill.
You too.
You can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 until 10.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, we are asking you this morning, what's your morning beverage of choice? As our morning coffee cam series wraps at Anabia Cupcakery and Café in Nepean, we tell you ours. That's coming up next.
Welcome back, everybody. Coming up, our final coffee cam stop takes us to Anabia Cupcakery and Café in Nepean.
But first this morning, we are taking your comments on your favorite morning beverage. Maybe it's a coffee, a tea, a smoothie, some salt water. I know people who do that. Let us know. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca.
Oh, look
right,
at
Will.
me here. I'm just cradling mine.
I know what Rosie
you
drinks
know what
in the
mine
morning.
is. It's like,
yeah, you can usually see the little string with the little tea bag.
Yes.
A little bit of tea in the morning.
I'm excited for that too because Anabia is in Nepean, where I grew up and where I'm staying with my parents right now too. So it's I need to check that spot out. I haven't heard of
Oh my goodness, yeah, me too. I'm a coffee, but before I have my coffee, I actually drink a hot matcha. And the story about my matcha today is I usually drink it on my drive in, and unfortunately, I don't know what I did, but I don't have a lid on it, and I spilt it all over my pants, all over my car. It's in the cup holder, in the console.
No.
It's still in the floor mats because I didn't have time to take the floor mat out and deal with it this morning because, you know, I leave my timing down to the minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
sorry.
that's what I get to do with later.
Happy Friday morning to you, eh? I know you came in, you saw the jeans, I said, you know what though? At least it's Friday.
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
So we're going to be hearing from you later on in the show. We are asking what is your go-to morning beverage? Send us those comments. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca.
Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa.
The current trade environment obviously puts us in a situation where competition is here at home is more important than ever.
Ensuring fair competition for small businesses going to the banks. We're going to tell you more in our Consumer Alert. Good morning, I'm Rosie Edda.
Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb, and we got a lot more sunshine on this way for this Friday, which is great.
This is a final weekend of summer.
It is.
Whoa.
That's right. Fall arrives next week.
I know.
It's wild.
We have to enjoy.
Yeah, September is just flying by.
Sure has.
All right, starting with our news headlines. Targeted by tariffs, Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to stand together as Donald Trump begins to unravel CUSMA, the existing North American trade agreement.
We're beginning a new era of elevated cooperation with a comprehensive strategic partnership.
The agreement, billed as a comprehensive strategic partnership, was signed by Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City yesterday. It includes a plan to build infrastructure such as ports, rail, and energy corridors while tackling crime and protecting the environment.
The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it won't hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. The country's highest court said it will not hear an appeal by the city and other groups that had tried to block Club Link's plan for years, citing a 1981 agreement to keep 40% of the property as green space. No reasons were provided. It means a lower court's decision that the agreement should be considered void still stands.
If it's one word, it's disappointed.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
And I can tell you, after a heavy rain, this piece of land struggles to handle that stormwater the way it is now. Now, can you imagine that paved over with 1,500 housing units taking up virtually all of the green space that the golf course has? It's non-viable.
Ottawa's mayor says the plan doesn't meet the standard for responsible development. Mark Sutcliffe says the city will do what it can to ensure the 40% green space commitment made in 1981 is upheld and will not grant any of the easements that would be necessary for the site's development.
Just 8 years later, the $2 million Moonies Bay Playground is already in need of repairs. The area councillor drawing attention to its state, though families are still using it daily.
Yeah, it's a really cool park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
Some of the concerns: rotting wood, chipped paint, and at least one nail sticking out. Councillor Riley Brockington said that he brought forward a long list of issues with parks in his ward to city staff about a month ago, including the wood rot at the site.
Certainly there are issues throughout the year, every year. There's normal wear and tear in Ottawa's largest playground. And more recently, throughout the summer, we have heard from a few residents about issues, so I did send one of my staff down to the site. Trees that needed to be...
Brockington says he expects the city to move on repairs, but in the meantime, the park is safe to use. When the park was built, it cost the city $1 million, with another $1 million coming from a production company behind a TVO show. Some closures continued in Gatineau after a pair of water main breaks happened a little bit earlier in the week. There were 2 water main breaks on Laurier Street Tuesday, forcing the closure of Gatineau City Hall on Wednesday and the Canadian Museum of History. The museum did briefly reopen, but then it was closed again yesterday because some of the water to the building had to be cut off. A boil water advisory is still in effect in the area.
OC Transpo is rolling out new display screens, giving riders live updates right at the bus stop. The new screens are being tested at 4 bus stops: Eagleson Park and Ride, Bayshore Shopping Centre, Bank in Somerset, and along Carling Avenue at the Civic Hospital. Riders can see live arrival times and countdowns. The screens are solar powered, and the project aims to improve access for transit users who may not have a phone.
My phone was dead and I couldn't check when the bus was coming or anything, and honestly, it's a good addition.
Actually, what I like the most about it, it's efficiency. It's true free power.
Looked at it for a few minutes and I can see right now that the bus is coming, and it actually is pretty accurate.
OC Transpo will gather rider feedback and then decide if the program should be expanded.
Some Via Rail trains will no longer be stopping in Eastern Ontario. Via is launching direct service between Toronto and Montreal as part of a 3-month pilot project. Starting on September 29th, several trains will not stop in Cornwall, Brockville, Kingston, and Belleville while traveling between Montreal and Toronto. And train 50 from Toronto to Ottawa will not stop in Belleville and Kingston. Via Rail says the trains may arrive about 30 to 40 minutes earlier without all those stops.
Your morning just got a whole lot richer because we are giving away $20K, and guess what? It's time for that code word.
Imagine what you could do with an extra 20 grand. A dream vacation, home renovations, paying off bills. Oh, the possibilities are endless.
Whatever you want to do, it's your money. But to win, you got to enter the code word and head to our contest page at ctvottawa.ca or scan that QR code right on your screen there. Enter the code word along with what you have, and then we can continue to move on from there.
Amazing. I couldn't imagine what I would do with $20,000 for that code word.
And the code word is bank.
Bank.
That is a code word this time around.
Putting $20K in your bank. Imagine how great that would feel to see all those zeros.
It's such a nice number where it's just enough to either like help out in a lot of areas or help out in a little bit of areas and then provide you with a little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun. I like that. On a Friday, that's That's a good note to leave it on.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's going to be a beautiful Friday in the forecast, and we're going to see the gorgeous weather continue in through the weekend. And even though fall arrives, it's still going to very much feel more like summer as we head into next week, which is great news. Clear skies to start off your day. It is a little bit cool in the single digits, but sunny into the afternoon. And then the weekend, lots of sunshine on the way. Right now, we're sitting at 9 degrees. We're seeing those northwest winds around 13 kilometers an hour throughout your early morning hours. Similar temperatures throughout the region. It is a little bit of a cooler start to the day. Some areas already in the double digits like Trenton, Kingston, same with out in Cornwall, Montreal in the low double digits. High single digits for us here in the city. Nice and clear to start things off. So your drive-in, nothing that will ruin your view too much on your drive-in. We're going to see that sunshine early this morning. So nice clear skies to start things off. Then on your commute home, we will see that sunshine as well. So at least your road conditions will be very good throughout your morning and throughout your afternoon commute. Highs today, average. So we're dropped down a little bit. We're not back into the 20s. We're sitting at 19 for a daytime high. That's normal for this time of the year. 19 as well in Kemptville, Cornwall. Pretty much through most of the region, exception Pembroke, Bancroft sitting at 17, slightly cooler. 21 for Kingston as well as in Trenton. 19 for Gatineau today. 20 is your high over in Montreal. But don't worry, lots of sunshine and the warm weather is back as we head into Sunday. 18 for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine on the way for your Saturday. Mix of sun and cloud for Sunday. 21 is a high, so that's when temps will climb back into the 20s. The first day of fall arrives on Monday. We could see a few scattered showers, but temps will stay in the 20s throughout most of the week next week.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
Here's a live look at your time saver traffic. Westbound on the 417, seeing some slowdowns at Saint Laurent right through till Nicholas this morning, so some early morning slowdowns. Other than that, we are collision free.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
Many Canadian small businesses are facing new challenges because of rising costs and trade tensions with the U.S. Now the Competition Bureau has launched a market study to make sure companies are being treated fairly by Canada's big banks. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
Millions of Canadians are employed at small businesses, and every day they create goods and services to keep Canada's economy moving forward. According to the Competition Bureau, small businesses, which account for 1 to 99 employees, make up 98% of all businesses in Canada.
The current trade environment obviously puts us in a situation where competition is here at home is more important than ever.
The Bureau has launched a market study into how small businesses are treated, especially by Canada's major lenders. There are concerns because the lending sector is dominated by big banks. New or smaller lenders may face barriers to entry. Switching between lenders can be challenging, and small businesses face higher borrowing costs than larger firms. A small business needs access to loans to grow and stay afloat.
There are some signs that they're facing some persistent challenges in terms of their access to competitive financing terms.
The cost of getting a loan has always been higher for smaller companies. They are seen as bigger risks.
Business groups say small companies face added scrutiny trying to get loans, and as bank branches close, there are fewer chances for face-to-face interactions. With current trade tensions and a slowing economy, many are concerned about their future.
The optimism is definitely down. I think people are a little worried. Those that are directly impacted by tariffs are particularly having a tough time.
It's managing things week to week, month to month, and getting through it. It is a game of survival for a lot of these small businesses.
Merchant Growth provides financing for small businesses. It says it can step in to help companies that may not be able to get loans from a traditional lender.
What we're able to do is make it so fast that a business owner can apply in the morning, get funded by the evening, and that time savings is very valuable.
The Bureau's market study will concentrate mostly on term loans. Businesses can take part in the study by going to the Bureau's website to provide feedback. The deadline to take part is October 3rd. Pat Foran, CTV News.
Well, coming up next, we are going to take you to Anabia this morning because that is what we are doing with our coffee camera. Ooh, and we're going to take a look at what's happening in our trending segment as well. Taking a peek through our sky cam, finally starting to see some sunshine on this Friday. We aren't expected to reach 20, but we'll be very, very close. It's 6:41. Happy Friday, everybody.
Welcome back. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it will not hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. Just 8 years later, the $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need of repairs, and the area councillor drawing attention to its state. Closures continue in Gatineau after a pair of water main breaks earlier in the week, forcing the closure of Gatineau City Hall and the Canadian Museum of History.
Lots of sunshine on the way in your forecast for this Friday. A beautiful sunny day, but temperature is a little bit cooler than we've seen. However, it is normal for this time of the year. Average is 19. That's where we will sit into the afternoon. Overnight lows, though, dropping all the way down to 3 degrees, so quite cool into the overnight. You may need to bring some flowers or some plants indoors tonight. 18 for Saturday, mainly sunny skies, a mix of sun and cloud on Sunday. The warm weather comes back Sunday with a high of 21. On your roads this hour, here's a live look at your time saver traffic, and still no major incidents east to west. We're just starting to see volume build. If you are at the split heading westbound on the 417, it's heavy at Saint Laurent and through Nicholas this morning.
This morning we are asking you, what is your go-to beverage in the morning? Because we got some tea drinkers, we got some coffee drinkers, or maybe we got something else going.
Absolutely.
So we were excited to hear what some of our viewers have to say.
And Diane says, I'm a latte person. When I retired, I perfected the skill of making my latte at home. Strong coffee, frothed milk, a dash of maple syrup, oh yeah, and a sprinkling of maple sugar. A wonderful way to welcome the day.
Diane, that sounds delicious. You and I are on the same page, Diane. I would love that. A maple latte to start off your day. I just don't have that much time in the morning to bring that. Sean says coffee all the way into dark roast these days.
Boom, that's a kick for you.
That's what I'll be getting too, because the dark roast,
you do like the dark roast.
you know, actually has less caffeine, which I didn't know until like later on, but the darker the roast, the
like
less
the
caffeine,
flavor?
and you can have a little bit more if you don't want to be too edgy throughout the day. And Catherine says, regular drip coffee, 100%, always with just a splash of cream. It's my go-to every single morning.
I love that. A sprinkling of this, a dash of that.
I'm waiting for the weird things to come in, like, you know, I drink a green smoothie with dates and a banana, not that that's weird, or I know some people who drink salt water early in the morning, like first thing when they wake up for their electrolytes. So I'm waiting for some like interesting combinations that we may find this morning too.
But I like that, the dark roast. I did not know that about dark roast, right? That there's less caffeine in dark roast coffee. I would have thought like the darker it is, the more caffeine you have. You know, like this, but you can be a little bit, you get relieved, right? When you drink that first sip of coffee, you're just like so relaxed, and then you get a little wired.
It's funny, I switched to blonde roast and lighter roast when I became a parent. Because I needed the extra little caffeine kick. Yeah, and I do like the taste of a lighter roast, but the early mornings too. The lighter roast helps to give you a little kick.
A little extra boost. Yeah, the darker roasts are obviously a little bit more bitter. But yeah,
I like sweeter, so that makes sense too.
Yeah, but I was the same way. I was like, I didn't know that I would have figured that the dark roast would have more, so it was just something I learned. And then you find out very quickly, because there are pretty big differences within that caffeine intake based on how light the roast is and how dark the roast is, then compared to espresso. It's a whole world of fun.
Oh, yeah. There you go. We're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We are asking, what is your go-to morning beverage? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, reaction continues to pour in after Jimmy Kimmel's late night show was abruptly taken off air earlier this week. We'll tell you what other late night hosts and comedians are saying coming up next. Here's a live look for our sky cam on George Street this morning. The sun has woken up. It's a bright sunny day on your Friday. The first round of hosts for the upcoming season of Saturday Night Live have been announced. Bad Bunny, Amy Poehler, and Sabrina Carpenter will host the first 3 episodes. Doja Cat and Role Model will be the first 2 musical guests, and Sabrina will actually pull double duty on October 18th as both host and a musical performer.
No surprise there.
Yeah, right?
She's so good at those
She
roles.
She is.
You know what's so fun about SNL? You've got the guests who come on, and then you're always guessing about surprise guests.
Right,
who'll make
right.
those pop-ins appearances and maybe sing with Sabrina Carpenter, and then you go, did you see that?
Yeah.
Which is so much fun. And I'm glad Amy Poehler's coming back to guest host the show. I mean,
it'll be
she's
exciting.
a member of SNL, so that'll be funny, no doubt about that. And maybe Tina Fey will pop in and make a guest appearance.
Right,
You never
we'll
know,
have
right?
to like
What
stay
about
tuned and watch.
JB? She's coming back?
Maybe, maybe.
Probably not.
Well, reaction continues this week after Jimmy Kimmel's late night show was pulled abruptly from the airwaves on Wednesday. The Daily Show's Jon Stewart poked fun at the suspension of the show during his opening monologue last night.
We have another fun, hilarious, administration compliant show.
And Stewart is not the only late night host and comedian weighing in. Here's what Stephen Colbert had to say last night as well.
And to Jimmy, just let me say, I stand with you and your staff 100%. It is so bizarre to see an American president weighing in so vehemently on TV shows. It reminds me when Reagan said this.
Mr. Gorbachev, cancel the Golden Girls.
Kimmel's show was suspended indefinitely by ABC after he said Republicans were trying to score political points off the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Many comedians and commentators have condemned the suspension, calling it an attack on freedom of speech. Kimmel himself has yet to issue a statement about the whole scenario.
I wonder if he's going to, too. It's like, how do you play this one, right, at this point? Obviously, Stephen Colbert came out, and a lot of people had supported him, so wait to see what Jimmy says.
Yeah, and I think it's hard because this is what these late night show hosts do, right? They take worldly topics and they do kind of sometimes poke fun at them, sometimes make light of them, and so it's hard because in some ways he was like doing his job and what he's kind of hired to do, and then just to have it abruptly canceled, I think it's just too bad.
I'm wondering about the staff, you know, under this extraordinary situation. So it's like the show is taken off air indefinitely. There's a lot of people who work on that show. What happens to them? Are they being paid? As you know, you kind of wait and see. Jimmy Kimmel, he'll be okay because you know he makes a lot of coin. I'm not saying that you know, just because he makes a lot of money, he's not going to be affected by it. But financially speaking, he's okay. What about the other folks? I'm just wondering about that.
You're right.
Well, it looks like they've ordered a bunch of other shows, so I would imagine that they're looking for some work.
There you go. All right, here's a look at what's coming up on the show next hour at 7:05. Our coffee cam is headed to Nepean and Anabia Cupcakery and Café. It's going to be such a great visit. 7:40, we are checking out some of Ottawa's hottest properties on the market right now. And at 7:50, the Carp Fair is coming. We get a preview and have some fun as well. Wait till you see what we have in store for you in that department on the show. All that and more coming up on Your Morning Ottawa. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and this is just a gorgeous shot. Look at that sunrise coming up over Parliament Hill, and look at the beautiful pink and purple and green. It's going to be a gorgeous Friday.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sanaya Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Disappointment in Canada after Canada's Supreme Court says it will not hear an appeal over a controversial plan to develop part of a local golf course.
And more reaction this morning after Jimmy Kimmel's abrupt suspension. We hear from Matt Demers, Mr. Hollywood, about the entertainment world and how they are reacting.
A lot of new people, a lot of new
opportunity to build relationships with them, some of them that I've even become friends with today.
And your morning coffee cam is headed to Nepean and the Anabia Cupcakery and Café. Your morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm Rosie Edden.
And I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
Okay, here's a live look at Anabia Cupcakery Café. Your morning coffee cam will be there this morning. That is coming up in just a few minutes. Yeah, somebody's getting their morning Joe. There it is. There's the owner right there. We're going to be chatting with him. And yeah.
Wow.
Bring on the cupcakes.
Jackpot.
Can you just taste it? Like I can see it right now and go, I think I want that pink one and a chocolate one.
Me
Thank you very
too.
much. That's coming up in just a little bit later, but right now we have a breaking news this morning. Blue Line taxi drivers in Ottawa are set to strike this afternoon. Uniform members are at Blue Line Taxi in Ottawa are on strike as of 2:30 this afternoon after the employer refused to bargain and walked away from negotiations. The drivers will walk off the job at 2:30 p.m. today.
Targeted by tariffs, Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to stand together as Donald Trump begins to unravel CUSMA, the existing North American trade agreement.
We're beginning a new era of elevated cooperation with a comprehensive strategic partnership.
The agreement, billed as a comprehensive strategic partnership, was signed by Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City yesterday. It includes a plan to build infrastructure such as ports, rail, and energy corridors while tackling crime and protecting the environment.
The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it will not hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. The country's highest court said it will not hear an appeal by the city and other groups that had tried to block Club Link's plan for years, citing a 1981 agreement to keep 40% of the property as green space. No reasons were provided. It means a lower court's decision that the agreement should be considered void still stands.
If it's one word, it's disappointed.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
And I can tell you, after a heavy rain, this piece of land struggles to handle that stormwater the way it is now. Now, can you imagine that paved over with 1,500 housing units, taking up virtually all of the green space that the golf course has? It's non-viable.
Ottawa's mayor says the plan doesn't meet the standard for responsible development. Mark Sutcliffe says the city will do what it can to ensure the 40% green space commitment made in 1981 is upheld and will not grant any of the easements that would be necessary for the site's development.
Just 8 years later, the $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need for some repairs. The area council are drawing attention towards the state, though families are still using it daily.
Yeah, it's a really cool park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
There's rotting wood, chipped paint, and at least one nail sticking out. Councillor Riley Brockington says that he brought forward a long list of issues with parks in his ward towards the city staff about a month ago, including the wood rot at the site.
Certainly there are issues throughout the year, every year. There's normal wear and tear in Ottawa's largest playground. And more recently, throughout the summer, we have heard from a few residents about issues, so I did send one of my staff down to the site. Trees that needed to be trimmed.
Some of the lists on that big page there. Brockington says he expects the city to move on the repairs, but in the meantime, the park is safe to use. When the park was built, it cost the city $1 million, with another $1 million coming from a production company behind a TVO show. Well, some closures continued in Gatineau after a pair of water main breaks occurred earlier in the week. There were 2 water main breaks on Laurier Street Tuesday, forcing the closure of Gatineau City Hall on Wednesday and the Canadian Museum of History. The museum did briefly reopen, but then was closed again yesterday because water to the building had to be cut off. A boil water advisory is still in effect in the area.
A new report shows nearly 300,000 Ontarians left an emergency room without getting treatment over the last year. The figures were compiled by think tank MEI based on figures gathered from information requests from the provinces. Out of almost 6 million emergency room visits across Ontario in 2024, about 4.9% of patients left before they were treated, or more than 292,000. The report warns that patients who face delays in treatment or avoid it often end up suffering from worsening conditions, leading to more complex consequences. OC Transpo is rolling out new display screens, giving riders a live update right at the bus stop. The new screens are being tested at 4 bus stops: Eagleson Park and Ride, Bayshore Shopping Centre, Bank and Somerset, and along Carling Avenue at the Civic Hospital. Riders can see live arrival times and countdowns. The screens are solar powered, and the project aims to improve access for transit users who may not have a phone.
My phone was dead and I couldn't check when the bus was coming or anything, and honestly, it's a good addition.
Actually, what I like the most about it, it's efficiency. It's true free power.
Looked at it for a few minutes and I can see right now that the bus is coming, and it actually is pretty accurate.
OC Transpo will gather rider feedback and then decide if the program should be expanded.
Some Via Rail trains will no longer be stopping in Eastern Ontario. Via is launching direct service between Toronto and Montreal as part of a 3-month pilot project. Starting on September 29th, several trains will not stop in Cornwall, Brockville, Kingston, and Belleville while traveling between Montreal and Toronto. The train 50 from Toronto to Ottawa will not stop in Belleville and Kingston. Via Rail is saying that the trains may arrive about 30 to 40 minutes earlier without all those stops.
The Ottawa Rapid FC have clinched a spot in the inaugural Northern Super League playoffs.
Remaining down, ball sent to that far side, taken again towards goal. Bukovic's there, but DB Pridham left unmarked. It's goal number 17.
And after a dramatic win against the Calgary Wild FC on Calgary's home turf,
DB Pridham scored in stoppage time, defeating Calgary 2-1 with her league-leading 17th goal of the season. Ottawa is now the second team to secure a playoff spot. Very exciting stuff.
So excited. That was a nice goal, too. My goodness.
Took advantage of the situation right in the right spot, and there you go.
Love to see it.
Ottawa teams are powering through, baby.
So we have one team in the playoffs, maybe another one.
Come on.
Let's go. And we do have your weather picture for this morning as well. This is a beautiful photo. Look at this. This was sent to us from Tanya of Big Rito Lake. Well, you probably know this picture very well.
I know the view very well, yes.
Absolutely gorgeous picture. Thank you, Tanya, for sending that in to us.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating. Just box me up.
And of course, we love seeing your weather pictures as well. You could be featured right here on the show. All you have to do is email them to us, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that email address is weathershots@ctv.ca. And in your forecast today, a beautiful sunny day, but temperatures right on average for this time of the year. So your daytime high, 19 degrees. Normal is 18.9, which is pretty much 19 degrees. So we will be right where we should be for this time of the year. No record-breaking temps for us today. The sun will set later on tonight around 7:05 p.m. And you can see similar temperatures across the region to start off your morning. Those high, low single digits or the low double digits. 6 in Pembroke, so slightly chillier out there. 9 in Kingston, 8 in Brockville, already 11 degrees to start off your day in Montreal. Nice and sunny to start things off. So the sun is up. It's nice and clear out there to start off your morning, and we will see that sunshine throughout your day ahead as well. Average temps pretty much throughout the region. 19 for us here in the city, same within Kempville and out along the Seaway. 21 for Trenton as well as in Kingston. Slightly cooler in the valley for your daytime high today, sitting at 17 for both Pembroke, Petawawa. 19 is also the high over in Gatineau for today. So kids, if you're heading out for the school bus this morning, currently sitting at 9 degrees, so you might need a sweater this morning if you're heading outdoors, or a light jacket, but at least we're getting to see that sunshine to start off your Friday. And we have more of that on the way into the weekend as well. Just cooler temps today into tomorrow, more average seasonal for this time of the year. 18 degrees for tomorrow, but these overnight lows dropping down to 3 overnight tonight. So quite cool into your overnight tonight. So make sure you bring in some plants if you need to. Same with tomorrow night, dropping all the way down to 5 into your overnight. So cool conditions overnight on the way for Friday and through Saturday. Sunday, we will see a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 21. So the warm weather is back, and temperatures will stay in the 20s next week.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating 80 years in family business.
And here's a live look at our traffic cams this morning, and no major issues east to west, just starting to see some volume if you're heading westbound on the 417 at the split in past downtown. That's where it's a little heavier this hour. Well, it is the final day of our Coffee Cam series, and this morning we're stopping at Anabia Cupcakery and Café.
Welcome to Anabia Cupcakery and Café.
Brewing joy and baking with love in Barrhaven.
We really focus on delivering and serving the best quality goods that we can offer.
It started with a huge passion.
Got started 8 years ago where I had a passion to start off my own business and decided to open up a cupcake cafe.
Where neighbors became friends and regulars.
Over the years, I've gotten to meet a lot of new people, a lot of new faces, and I had an opportunity to build relationships with them. Some of them that I've even become friends with today.
Their secret ingredient, great service.
It's my passion to serve customers, serve quality goods, and give them the best customer service that I can.
And David is joining us right now from Anabia Cupcakery and Café. Good morning to you, David.
Hi, good morning. How are you today?
I am so good, especially now seeing all those beautiful cupcakes earlier this morning. Before we get to that, how are things going so far this hour?
Things are going great. We're open, ready for some treat serving and some good coffee.
Okay, now earlier you teased us with that beautiful display. Can you tell me about some of your menu items that you have?
Absolutely. So everything is made in-house from scratch. We've got our most popular treats, which is our cupcakes. We've got always 12 flavors of the day, and then we have a number of bars that we make. My ultimate favorite dessert that we have is here, what we call the Portuguese tart. I don't know if you had a chance to try one, but so we've got some delicious goods all made in-house by my great team that I have.
Oh my goodness, these are looking absolutely decadent. Can you kind of walk me through the different flavors of those bars and what they are?
Oh, absolutely. So we got the Portuguese tarts right here. We got butter tarts. We have OMG bars. We got pecan pie squares, date squares. These are called brookies, Nanaimo bars, and white chocolate bars.
Oh my goodness. And do you change the flavors of the bars daily or weekly, or do you always have these ones available?
No, the bars are always the same. We try to keep them the same. We've built a community that adores them, so we keep on trying to bring in something that they really like.
Oh my goodness.
So we try to stick to what we know best.
Okay, now I like to say it's never too early for a cupcake. Can you walk me through some of those flavors because they look pretty good?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got 12 flavors in total. We've got the Oreo, lemon raspberry, double chocolate, chocolate salted caramel, the plain vanilla that everybody loves, strawberry dream, double chocolate, pink lemonade. We have here our s'more, our birthday cake, our score, and our red velvet.
Oh my goodness, these look absolutely delicious. What would you say is your most popular cupcake that you sell regularly?
It's funny you ask. It always varies for sure. I mean, score is one of our ultimate favorites, and our lemon raspberry if it's a vanilla base.
I was going to say that pink lemonade one. I've never heard of a pink lemonade cupcake, so I might have to give that one a whirl. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, we are checking out this week's new movies, including a sports horror film produced by Jordan Peele. Mr. Hollywood, he's coming up next, and he is standing by in our CTV Your Morning Ottawa live Lazy Boy Lounge. There he is, checking over his notes. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam on this gorgeous Friday morning. Your Morning Ottawa will be right back at 7:15.
Your morning just got a little brighter. Start your day with CTV Your Morning, and you could win $20,000. For your chance to win, watch CTV Your Morning Ottawa, weekday mornings 6 to 9.
Welcome back to Your Morning Ottawa. Here are the big stories happening today. The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it won't hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. Just 8 years later, the $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need of repairs, and the area councillor drawing attention to its state. Closures continue in Gatineau after a pair of water main breaks earlier in the week, forcing the closure of Gatineau City Hall and the Canadian Museum of History.
In your forecast, lots of sunshine for this Friday. Beautiful sunny day for us. Temperatures a little bit cool this morning, sitting at 9 degrees, so in those single digits. Seeing a mix of sun and cloud with mainly sunny conditions into the afternoon. Average temps for this time of the year will be sitting at 19 for your daytime high. This evening, cool and clear. We'll sitting at 16 degrees, but overnight dropping down to 3 degrees. On your roads this hour, here's a live look at your time saver traffic. It's still looking pretty decent out there. If you are driving in, heading eastbound on the 417, looking pretty good. Starting to see a few slowdowns Richmond and through Pinecrest, but the split into downtown westbound is already heavy this hour. Rosie.
Thank you, Melissa. It is Friday, and that means new movies to watch in theaters and at home. Mr. Hollywood, Matt Demers, is here to give us his picks for what you can check out this weekend. But before we get to that, I want to talk about celebrity reaction to Jimmy Kimmel's show being indefinitely taken off the air.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this, and he's getting a lot of support, especially from his late night colleagues.
Okay.
So you saw that last night with Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, even past host David Letterman in support of Jimmy. But you're hearing politicians like Obama, Bernie Sanders also speaking out, but also people that are Trump supporters are saying that it was just, James Woods, applauding it. So you're getting on both sides.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, you're getting a lot of celebrity reaction. You can see it on Instagram as well. People posting pics with him saying, "I stand with you."
Absolutely, yeah.
And then some people who say, "Yeah, it's okay."
Yeah, absolutely. Canadian Tatiana Maslany, even just this morning, saying she's standing with Jimmy and encouraging people to speak out.
Okay, Matt, let's talk movies now.
Yes.
What you got?
Well, listen, it's spooky season, it's football season, and this movie combines both.
Cam, are you okay?
I think something's off.
Do you want to know what you're getting yourself into?
Now we playing some football!
Don't have to do this.
I've never been more certain of anything in my life. And how bad does Cameron Cade want it?
I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about this movie because I've been seeing trailers.
Yes.
I know it's a Jordan Peele, executive produced by Jordan Peele, who is a master in horror thrillers. What did you think?
Yeah, listen, this is a nightmare on screen.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
You've got Cameron Cade. He's this young, up-and-coming GOAT, the greatest of all time. That's what he wants to be.
Right.
And he's training with his idol, Isaiah White, played by Marlon Wayans, in quite the performance. I was really impressed here. But yeah, it turns into this nightmare scenario where it tackles, what are you willing to sacrifice to be the best? So yeah, if you are a football fan, watch it, but you might not look at the game the same way afterwards.
It really starts to get twisted, doesn't it? As the movie goes
there
on.
are some striking visuals in here that have been burned in my brain.
Enough said. Okay,
That's right.
I'm going to go see it. Absolutely. Okay, next up, a big, bold, beautiful journey.
Your accent, is it real?
You think I'd fake an accent?
The most beautiful places make you feel the most alone.
That's a pretty good me, actually. I'm flattered.
In 1.5 miles, take the exit.
What is that? What do you think's behind there?
Dead bodies!
Maybe we should go through it.
What's happening here? I love this. These two on screen. I'm loving this.
Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie, two of the best to do it in our day. And this is a romance. So switching gears, we've got kind of a quirky romance because what's happening is you're following them through this journey, as the title alludes to, but it's this kind of twist of fate where they get to kind of relive important moments of their lives, and it's very retrospective of their past as they learn about each other and they go through these magical doors. But it is very different, very unique. But again, Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell are.
I like that. Is it kind of like a Tree of Life with Brad Pitt?
That's right.
It kind of takes you around.
It's got that dream-like quality to it. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. What's the last one you got for us?
All right, here we go. It's called Swipe.
Young people don't date online. If we break through that stigma, suddenly we've got complete market share of all millennial dating. Just give me $600 and a plane ticket, and I will come back with the next Fortune 500 company. With Tinder, I'm swiping right.
How do I download it? I want to see this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We are netting over 10,000 new signups a day.
Yeah, no. I need to see this because I did not know the story behind Tinder.
That's right. Biopic. This is a true story.
Okay.
Because you've got Whitney Wolf Herd, who kind of breaks into this male-driven tech industry and is one of the creators of Tinder. But then, after some circumstances, she leaves and creates Bumble. So she becomes the youngest self-made female billionaire. So you want to know her story? It's really amazing. This, by the way, is on Disney Plus. It's streaming. The other two in theaters, but that's a good one called Swiped.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, and also I think I'm going to thank you for your top 5 movie picks for TV morning shows, right?
That's right. So I threw a few TV shows in here as well.
Okay.
Because you guys did the rebrand. We got to celebrate morning shows.
Come on now.
There's a sitcom called Good Morning Miami.
Okay.
That's really fun. It's about a Miami morning show. A lot of chaos there. The Ugly Truth.
Ooh.
Remember, Katherine Heigl was a morning show producer. And she gets tangled with Gerard Butler's character.
Okay.
There's a show online. You can find this Funny or Die. It's called The Earliest Show. I laugh with these clips. You'll love it.
Okay.
Ben Schwartz and Lauren Lapkus, they have a quirky morning show. The movie Morning Glory with Rachel McAdams. Remember this?
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that.
2010. You got to watch. It's really fun. It's a rom-com and very light. But of course, the big one right now, streaming on Apple TV, The Morning Show.
Yeah, of course.
Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon.
Still doing so well, right?
Yeah, I love that show, but it's fun to see morning shows fictionalized.
Well, thank you very much for that list celebrating our new rollout. Really appreciate that. You liking it?
I'm loving it.
Very
loving
much. I love it. Thank you so much. Mr. Hollywood, Matt Demir showing us what's in theaters and at home, and cool list too. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate
Thanks, Rosie.
Coming up, we are checking out some of Ottawa's hottest properties. Eric Falcon from the Pilon Group joins us to show us the best of what's on the market right now. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. It is 7:26 on your Friday. Good morning, happy Friday. I'm Rosie Edden.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
We've got to get to some breaking news right now. Blue Line taxi drivers in Ottawa are set to strike this afternoon. Unifor says its members will walk off the job after the employer refused to bargain and walked away from negotiations. The company is demanding a 20% increase in taxi stand fees, the weekly amount drivers must pay just to pick up fares. The union says the drivers voted 93.6% in favor of strike action. The strike will impact 494 full-time drivers at Blue Line Taxi. The drivers will walk off the job at 2:30 p.m. today.
Targeted by tariffs, Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to stand together as Donald Trump begins to unravel CUSMA, which is the existing North American trade agreement.
We're beginning a new era of elevated cooperation with a comprehensive strategic partnership.
The agreement, billed as a comprehensive strategic partnership, was signed by Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City yesterday. It includes a plan to build infrastructure such as ports, rail, and energy corridors while tackling crime and protecting the environment.
The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it will not hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. The country's highest court said it will not hear an appeal by the city and other groups that had tried to block Club Link's plan for years, citing a 1981 agreement to keep 40% of the property as green space. No reasons were provided. It means a lower court's decision that the agreement should be considered void still stands.
If it's one word, it's disappointed.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
And I can tell you, after a heavy rain, this piece of land struggles to handle that stormwater the way it is now. Now, can you imagine that paved over with 1,500 housing units taking up virtually all of the green space that the golf course has? It's non-viable.
Ottawa's mayor says the plan doesn't meet the standard for responsible development. Mark Sutcliffe says the city will do what it can to ensure the 40% green space commitment made in 1981 is upheld and will not grant any of the easements that would be necessary for the site's development.
Just 8 years later, $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need of some repairs. The area councillor drawing attention towards the state, though families are still using it daily.
Yeah, it's a really cool park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
Some of the concerns are rotting wood, chipped paint, and at least one nail that's sticking out. Councillor Riley Brockington says that he brought forward a long list of issues with parks in his ward to city staff about a month ago, including some of those concerns.
Certainly there are issues throughout the year, every year. There's normal wear and tear in Ottawa's largest playground. And more recently, throughout the summer, we have heard from a few residents about issues, so I did send one of my staff down to the site. Trees that need...
Brockington says he expects the city to move on the repairs, but in the meantime, the park is safe to be used. When the park was built, it cost the city $1 million, with another $1 million coming from a production company behind a TVO show.
Canadian curling great Brad Gushu is calling it a career at the end of this season.
This will be my final year in competitive curling. For me, this is about my family and my team. My wife and daughters are important to me, and I've missed enough milestones to know I don't want to miss any more. For my team, your commitment, friendship, and drive are what made all this possible for me.
The GOAT, the 45-year-old from St. John's, has won 2 Olympic medals, 5 World Championship medals, and is also a 6-time Brier champion.
Yeah, the final Brier will take place in St. John's beginning February 27th. I would say it's fair to say an end of an era of, like you said, the GOAT.
Oh, so good. Curling is such an amazing sport. I tried it once and I was like, I get it.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it, absolutely. Not a great day to be curling outside, although I know we do it inside. You know, the ice wouldn't last very long if you had like a outdoor curling rink right now.
Absolutely not.
Another pretty nice day.
You know what? It's still summer-like weather for us. Even though temperatures today will be more seasonal, we're going to see more summer-like conditions as we head into the first week of fall. Sitting at 9 degrees here to start things off, so still slightly cool outside. Might need a light sweater this hour. 6 degrees in Pembroke, 10 in Trenton, 11 still in Montreal to start off your morning. The good news is nice clear skies. So we're seeing a mix of sun and cloud out there this morning. Into the afternoon, those clouds will push through and we will see nice sunny conditions throughout your day ahead. Temps today, very normal, very average for this time of the year, ranging from 19 here for us in Ottawa. Same within Cornwall, Kemptville, a little bit warmer down in Kingston, Trenton area, reaching a high of 21, 17 for the Valley for your daytime high for both Pembroke, Petawawa, 19 as well in Gatineau. So for kids heading to school today, of course, your recess forecast always so important. We will see that sunshine throughout the morning. Temperatures sitting in the mid to high teens as we head into the morning hours, and this afternoon is when we will reach our daytime high, which is 19 degrees today. So average temps for this time of the year, but at least lots of sunshine overnight, though. Quite cool, dropping down all the way to 3 degrees. So you might need to bring in some flowers tonight. Tomorrow, 18 is the high. So again, seasonal-like weather for this time of the year. Then above seasonal from Sunday in through next week, temperatures climbing back into the 20s.
Eastbound on the 417, seeing some slowdowns at Woodruff until about Bronson. No significant delays, but you know what? It is your Friday morning commute. No rushing this morning. We're starting to see the sunshine reappear and poke out, as Melissa stated. A little bit cool this morning, but then temperatures reaching almost 20 degrees, which is right around seasonal. No accidents or collisions to report right now. Hopefully we can get out a little bit early and maybe avoid some of that traffic into our Friday afternoon, heading into another beautiful weekend. But for now, we are going to send things back over to you, Melissa.
It is time to check out some of Ottawa's hottest properties, and Eric Faucon is here from the Pilon Group to show us the best of what's on the market right now. We are starting with a beautiful condo downtown Ottawa, and this you get quite the view.
Yeah, of course. So this is the tallest building in the city.
Yeah.
The Icon at 805 Carling. So fantastic views from the unit. It's a baby suite on the 39th floor. So you got floor-to-ceiling windows on this one here. Panoramic views of the city skyline. Also views of the Parliament Hill fireworks, and of course Dow's Lake. You're right across the street. You can see the view here.
Wow.
Nice private balcony from the primary bedroom, which accommodates a king bed easily. There's a walk-in closet. This building also, one of my favorite things is the amenities that come with this building are incredible. We're going to have a look at them. Of course, you're right downtown in the city center. Walkability is amazing. Stroll Commissioners Park. You can enjoy restaurants like Greek Evo Kitchen, a few footsteps from your door. And yeah, the
building amenities are amazing. I saw a gym, I saw a sauna, I saw a pool.
Yeah, world-class fitness studios. You also have the barbecue balcony and terrace, which has some great curated spaces for entertaining.
That is absolutely beautiful. And of course, the views are what really make this building stand out because you are so high above in the sky.
One of the best in the city.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Okay, moving on. We're switching gears and we're going to suburbia, my neck of the woods, Orleans.
Yeah, so we're in Orleans in Avalon Encore. So a fantastic community for families, well designed with some great schools, parks. This property here is a 10 out of 10 maintained property, self-proclaimed nicest grass in Orleans. So we did have a quick look at the curb appeal there with the landscaping, both in the front and the back, fully finished. You're not going to find too many things in this home that you don't like.
Right.
If you go and have a look, it's move-in ready, a well-finished basement with some great living spaces here with the built-in cabinets, great space for the family to enjoy a movie. You got the PVC deck. Again, the landscaping, just very well-maintained yard, fully fenced. And this house sits right close to the pond, walking distance to Orleans' favorite dog park.
Yeah.
And some great shops, and yeah, beautiful white kitchen, granite counters. There's a kitchen pantry, hardwood floors on the main level. Not a whole lot you're not going to like about this property.
Really move-in ready, like you mentioned. And the nice thing is when you buy a house like this, things that you don't have to think about are like your deck is done, your fence is done, the curb appeal is done. So it's really move-in ready.
Absolutely, some hidden costs that you don't have to absorb. Move in, get the keys, and enjoy it.
Absolutely, and a beautiful neighborhood, I must say. I live very close to this, and it is a wonderful neighborhood. So much to do for the kids and families, which is
Absolutely, fantastic family.
Okay, last but not least, you're taking us to a beautiful home in Greeley.
Okay, yeah, so we're moving a little bit south. This is a very unique home. So it sits on almost 4 acres of land.
Wow.
You can see some of the architectural grand finishes in the home with the fireplace, a large kitchen with the built-in cooktop grill, and large spaces in every room. So this home actually has 6 bedrooms altogether because we're going to have a look at the backyard. There is a coach house that sits in the backyard, custom built new coach home that's going to accommodate some extra income, family members, use it as a guest suite, use it as you will. So lots of flexibility in this home. Off the coach house, you can see a nice deck with a screened-in gazebo, beautifully landscaped, well-maintained. You kind of feel like you're sitting on a terrace at a golf course here. So enjoy the property, almost 4 acres.
So you're basically getting 2 homes for 1, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So lots of flexibility and different use cases on that one.
Oh my
and
goodness.
this one's coming soon, not on the market yet.
Yeah, so that's not even listed.
That's right.
So that's real hot because it's not even out on the press yet,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
I love it.
coming soon.
Amazing. And where can people reach you for more information on these properties and so many more?
The best thing is just to go to pilongroup.com and you'll be able to see all our new listings and our coming soons at the same time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. joining us today.
Thanks, Melissa.
And still ahead, we are celebrating the vibrant spirit of the community and creating a space for agriculture learning and education. The Carp Fair kicks off next week. We'll tell you what's in store. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam this morning. The sun is out. It is bright and shiny on this Friday. Temperatures right now sitting at 9 degrees. It is 7:40.
Welcome back, everybody. It's an unforgettable weekend of agricultural showcases, family-friendly activities, and entertainment. The Carp Fair kicking off next week. First, we're going to talk with Faye Potter from the fair to talk about everything that you can enjoy. And I have to say, I am a little bit jealous right now because the kids are playing in the bouncy castle, but I've been told at the end that I can go in. So what can people expect this year? Because, you know, it's a fair that comes each and every year. People are really excited about it. And you head out this year, what can you expect from the fair?
Yeah, so every year we try and come up with a couple of new things. This year we have BMX bikes as part of our entertainment lineup. We have 2 shows of the rodeo, which last time we only had 1. As well, our highlight entertainment is Tyler Joe Miller Friday night.
Woo! And then while you're enjoying all of those activities and goodies, we also have some delicious food. So, and these are staples with the fair, what most people go for. So what are some of the available food and beverage items?
So this year we actually have 42 food vendors. So your selection is going to be unlimited. So we just brought a sample. So we've got some Snacko Shack with some rice corn dogs.
Okay.
We've got Mrs. Mini Donuts with mini donuts.
I'm talking.
And Fat Lesses has sent us some deep fried pickles.
Oh goodness! All right, now if you're dabbling in, what's your #1 choice for you when you're getting there?
I'm always a fan of the shawarma, but this year we have something really cool. There's a new food truck coming. He's got a 25-foot smoker.
Whoa!
25 feet. Sitting right out there. So there's mac and cheese that's coming out of that smoker, and it is going in my belly.
Okay, so you know what? I'm going to give you a little tip here. So have that food after you enjoy some of the bouncy castle and the amusements. And Chris from Robertson Amusements joins us now. What are some of the things that are going on? Again, post mac and cheese. Maybe we'll go in there, but what are some of the things that are offered at the fair this year?
Well, you're right. It's post mac and cheese. You're better to have a full belly when you do go on the rides. It is the truth. You're better to be full than empty. But yeah, we're going to have 75 rides, games, and attractions there at Carp Fair that you're going to have from the bouncy castle all the way up to the extreme remix. Ferris wheel will be there. We're going to have everything for the kids to the kids at heart.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I'll forever be a kid at heart. And like the fairs just give you that nostalgia feeling from when you were a kid, or then you get to pass that along to your kids or nieces and nephews or whatever it might be. When people are going there this weekend, like what are some things that they should really be on the lookout for, regardless of if you're under 5 or over 40?
I maybe could take a few of those. So Carp Fair is renowned for our heavy horse show. So we have a heavy horse show happening Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have livestock shows every single day. We've got every commodity: goats, pigs, cows, horses, mini horses. We've got all sorts of stuff. All part of your ticket price. We've got petting zoo. We've got Storybook Farm. So Storybook Farm is up close and personal with the animals. And what else am I missing?
I know what we're missing. We're missing me going in. Because you guys have told me that I have approval to go in the castle, right?
That's what I've heard.
All right, kids, I'm coming in. If I can get these shoes off here and all my microphones and stuff don't fall up. We're going to do this elegantly. Woo! Oh, I got stuck! Oh, God. All right, well, as I continue to bounce up in this castle, and hopefully you can still hear me, coming up a little bit later on. Come on, guys. What do you got? What do you got? Uh-oh, batteries for something. As we come up after the break, we're going to continue with some activities that I love to do here and around the neighborhoods at Nobility Performance. If I can get out of this, stay with us. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Woo! and neighborhoods, and I'm really excited to showcase this next one. I went to Nobility Performance because I like to do everything that I can to both be physically and mentally at my best. Have a look. Hi everyone, today I'm at Nobility Performance. Health and wellness has been top of mind over the last decade. Doing anything that I can, not just for my ability to perform well, but mental clarity as well, with cold tubs, getting some red light therapy. I always like to feel my best so I can perform my best and be there for everything in my life to the highest ability that I can. And there's a spot right here in Ottawa. Mike, one of the co-owners from Nobility Performance, joins me now. And you know what? Sometimes, Mike, and I think you'll probably understand this, a lot of people think I'm crazy. Cold plunging, doing the red light therapy, you know, all of these crazy things, but it feels so good. And that's obviously one of the reasons you opened up shop here.
Absolutely. First of all, welcome back, Will. It's good to have you. It's absolutely what everybody says. You're crazy for doing this. Why are you jumping in cold water? The health benefits are unbelievable. You're going to feel amazing. That dopamine rush that you get, that feeling is amazing. And what we've created here is something I'm obviously personally proud of, but it's that one-stop shop. You come in and all the health and wellness that you need is in one spot. That's all it takes.
And it's so wonderful because, like, having experienced it myself, like going through years of, you know, first maybe starting with some cold plunges and then impacting a little bit of other areas around, like, it feels so good. And I want everyone to know that all this stuff really works. And it might seem crazy at first, but once you do it, there's pretty much no going back.
No, absolutely. It's highly addictive. I mean, when you feel better, there's no denying that. You know it. You can see the changes in your body, how you sleep at night, your mood overall. For a person like yourself, you're on the go constantly, right? So you get that quick little fix of health and wellness, and it makes a world of difference for you. Your day-to-day life changes. It really does.
And I love that something like this is available in the city of Ottawa. You know, I will say it's a little criminal doing a 3:30 a.m. cold plunge right before the show in the morning. But what are some of the other services that you have here?
It's yeah, you might be on that crazy scale if you're doing that at 3:30 in the morning. But good for you. I'm not there. So what do we have? We've got everything from chiropractic. We have multiple chiropractors. We have physiotherapy. We have multiple massage therapists. We have obviously the cold immersion. We have the full body light therapy, which is the first in Canada for public use. We have what we're doing right now is compression therapy. Fantastic for anybody like yourself on the go, on your feet all the time. Wonderful. So we offer a whole host of services, as well as some amazing coffee. We got some good literature.
Yeah, look at that.
Good literature here.
Supporting me each and every time I come in. You always love that local support.
You know, but it's that one-stop shop where people can go, and I'm convinced that if we don't have the resources here, I'd be surprised, because we've put a lot of energy into making sure that we have everything to cover a complete package of health and wellness.
Yeah, and it shows. I mean, I choose health and wellness in doing this because I always want to feel my best. If people are looking into maybe being as crazy as we are, how would they find you?
So we're at 120 Ibra Road, Unit 107 in Stittsville. Obviously, social media, 24-hour service for us. So Instagram is nobility_performance. You can find us there, or Nobility Performance being the website, and you can reach out at any time.
Awesome. Well, you know what? It's time for us to heal. Thanks, Mike.
Let's do it.
Well, out there in Stittsville, if you want to brave the cold plunge, it's around 3 degrees, but I think you got it in you.
There you go.
Melissa.
Here are your milestone celebrations for Friday, September 19th. And we're going to start off with a happy 8th birthday to Matthew. Love from your mama, dada, and your grandparents, who love you all and wish you the best. We also have a happy birthday to Blakely from mama, mummy, grandmama, grandpapa, and of course your little brother Mason. And we also want to wish a happy 3rd birthday to Evan. This is with lots of love from your mommy, daddy, big sister Abby, grandmas, grandpa, and Buddy Ice Bear. Happy 8th birthday to Dallas. Love from mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, who say you're growing up so fast and they hope this is your best adventure yet. And of course, if you have a milestone, celebrate it with us. Send your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 years old and younger. And we also do birthday wishes for those 100 years or more and wedding anniversaries for those celebrating 50 years and more. All you have to do is email us your morning Ottawa milestones at ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Happy birthday to everybody celebrating today.
It's Friday, September 19th. Blue Line taxi drivers in Ottawa are set to walk off the job this afternoon after talks between the union and cab company broke down.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
The city and neighbors expressing disappointment after the Supreme Court of Canada ruled it will not hear an appeal over a plan to develop part of the Canada Golf and Country Club.
Park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
And why some say Canada's largest playground is in desperate need of repairs less than a decade after it was built. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm Rosie Edda.
And I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb, and some sun is shining on this Friday, which is beautiful.
That is good news on the last weekend
Yes.
of summer.
Come
officially
on.
Here. I know.
How are we already there?
I know, it's wild.
Goes by really fast. First off, we've got breaking news this morning. Blue Line taxi drivers in Ottawa are set to strike this afternoon. Unifor says its members will walk off the job after the employer refused to bargain and walked away from negotiations. The company is demanding a 20% increase in taxi stand fees, the weekly amount drivers must pay just to pick up fares. The union says the drivers voted 93.6% in favor of strike action. The strike will impact 494 full-time drivers at Blue Line Taxi. The drivers will walk off the job at 2:30 p.m. today.
Targeted by tariffs, Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to stand together as Donald Trump begins to unravel CUSMA, which is the existing North American trade agreement.
We're beginning a new era of elevated cooperation with a comprehensive strategic partnership.
So the agreement, built as a comprehensive strategic partnership, was signed by Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City yesterday. It includes a plan to build infrastructure such as ports, rail, and energy corridors while tackling some crime and protecting the environment.
The Supreme Court of Canada ruling out that it will not hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. The country's highest court said it would not hear an appeal by the city and other groups that had tried to block Club Link's plan for years, citing a 1981 agreement to keep 40% of the property as green space. No reasons were provided. It means a lower court decision that the agreement should be considered void still stands.
If it's one word, it's disappointed.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
And I can tell you, after a heavy rain, this piece of land struggles to handle that stormwater the way it is now. Now, can you imagine that paved over with 1,500 housing units taking up virtually all of the green space that the golf course has? It's non-viable.
Ottawa's mayor says the plan doesn't meet the standard for responsible development. Mark Sutcliffe says the city will do what it can to ensure the 40% green space commitment made in 1981 is upheld and will not grant any of the easements that would be necessary for the site's development.
Just 8 years later, the $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need of repairs. The area councillor drawing attention to its state, although families are still using it daily.
Yeah, it's a really cool park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
Some of the concerns are rotting wood, chipped paint, and at least one nail sticking out. Councillor Riley Brockington says that he brought forward a long list of issues with parks in his ward to city staff about a month ago, including some of those details.
Certainly there are issues throughout the year, every year. There's normal wear and tear in Ottawa's largest playground. And more recently, throughout the summer, we have heard from a few residents about issues, so I did send one of my staff down to the site. Trees that needed to be
Brockington says that he expects the city to move on the repairs, but in the meantime, the park is safe to use. When the park was built, it cost the city $1 million, with another $1 million coming from a production company behind a TVO show.
This women's podcast may make you hungry, it may put you to sleep, or it may do both.
Basil, cherry tomatoes, cremini mushrooms.
When I tell people, you know, I read menus to put people to sleep, they're like, that's crazy. And I'm like, I know, but it works.
Hey, if it works, that's all that matters. Julie Gauthier is a restaurant menu collector, and she puts that collection to good use. She reads menus for a sleep podcast.
Her friends have told her for some time that she has a soothing voice, and her many listeners would agree. The Pepperoni Dreams podcast even was recognized as one of the top podcasts by The Guardian.
Wild.
Yeah, nice little sleep app, if you will, right?
You just never know what might work.
Go to bed dreaming of food.
Yes. I wonder if you wake up hungry.
Yeah, just when I need to think more about pizza.
Right? Pepperoni Dreams.
It's like I'm a sucker for it. Like, I don't know why, especially recently, like pizza just always sounds good. I don't know what it is, but it's just
good.
It's good every time.
I agree.
Who doesn't love a little pizza?
A little pizza, a little sunshine, a little picnic. I mean, we've got everything.
Perfect picnic weather for today, and it's not going to be overly hot outside as well. Temperatures very average for this time of the year. Still sitting in the single digits here in the city. We're sitting at 9 degrees, 8 out in the valley. Still 10 in Trenton, Brockville, 11 in Cornwall, Montreal this hour. But into the afternoon will be a beautiful day ahead. We will see that mix of sun and cloud this morning, mainly sunny into your afternoon. Then temps today, seasonal, sitting at 19 for your daytime high. This evening around 16 degrees, but then into the overnight is when it will get quite cool later on tonight. We'll drop down to the low single digits. So 19 is our high, same within Kemptville, Cornwall, Brockville. Trenton, Kingston, slightly warmer with highs of 21 today, 17 if you're in the valley for your daytime high, 16 over in Mont-Tremblant. So over the next 5 days, a little mixture of everything, but lots of sunshine in through the weekend. 19 for today, that overnight low dropping down to 3 degrees. So we're going to actually hear from the experts in a few minutes. If you need to bring the plants in tonight with that overnight low into your day tomorrow, 18 is your high on Saturday. But again, overnight lows dropping to those low single digits. Not so bad as we headed to Sunday. 21 is the high. Temps will stay into the 20s next week. Of course, fall arrives on Monday at 2:19 p.m. and the first week of fall is looking more like summer. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your time saver traffic, and still looking pretty good east to west. We aren't seeing any major collisions, which is good news. Traffic is still looking decent this hour. Well, it is time for a little refill this morning. We're going to head back to Anabia Café to fill up our cup this morning. Good morning to you, David.
Hi, good morning, Melissa. How are you today?
I am so good. Okay, I saw those cupcakes earlier. I put my order in. Now tell me, how are things going so far this morning?
No, this morning is great. We're just getting started for the morning and treating our customers with the best coffee in the city.
Okay, tell me more about the best coffee in the city. What makes it so special?
Oh, it always comes down to who makes them. So we really definitely put our passion into making our coffee, and we're a very traditional cafe, so we try to stick to the traditional coffees that are out there, the flat whites, the lattes, the mochas. So that's what makes us known for our coffee.
Sounds absolutely delicious. And one thing I'm very excited about is the fact that you have vegan and gluten-free cupcakes.
Yes, and I don't know if you know, but there's one headed your way right now.
I know, I'm so excited. I heard the raspberry is headed my way. Can you tell me about some of this menu, the specialty items that you have, like the vegan and the gluten-free?
Yeah, we definitely try to carry as much as that we can. We actually have cupcakes that are a combination of gluten-free and vegan. We also have some OMG bars that are gluten-free. We have some scones that are gluten-free. We make sandwiches as well with our own homemade gluten-free bread. So we have a variety of gluten-free options.
Wow, it's nice that you cater to those with dietary restrictions, because that can be hard to find. We want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and of course, we can't wait for those sweet treats to head back our way as well. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Coming up here on Your Morning Ottawa, our friends from Robert Plant Greenhouses stop by to get you good to grow this fall. Do you need to bring your plants in tonight? That is my question for the experts, because we are dropping down to 3 degrees into your overnight.
Your morning just got a little brighter. Start your day with CTV Your Morning, and you could win $20,000. For your chance to win, watch CTV Your Morning Ottawa, weekday mornings 6 to 9.
All right, it's time to get good to grow. We are checking in with Colin from Robert Plant Greenhouses about how you can get planting this fall. Good morning to you, Colin.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's the best time to have you, too, because a lot of questions. We got some cool overnight lows going on this time of year, and we're going to talk about 3 different items today.
Sure, sounds good. We can start talking about houseplants because with the temperatures going this low at night, it's a great time to think about bringing them inside the house, especially if you've had them outside all summer. One thing you do want to keep in mind when you bring them in, we always recommend spraying them with an insecticidal soap before you bring them in. That'll make sure that you have no bugs or no pests on the leaves or on the soil as well. Now, it's pretty cold tonight and tomorrow night especially, so definitely bring those in the house to avoid them getting too stressed out. And if you're someone who doesn't have any tropicals outside, but you want to think about bringing some inside, we've got a great selection of houseplants. We have over 30,000 square feet of greenhouses, a lot that we grow ourselves here in Navan, so there's something for everyone as well.
Yeah, it's always better to just don't take the risk. We're getting down to about 3 degrees, just bring them in.
Exactly.
And you won't have to worry about them dying or anything, and it's a good tip, too, to spray those before coming
For
inside.
sure, and when you bring them in, another thing you want to keep in mind is to cut back on your watering. A houseplant outside will need a lot more water than when it goes inside because the soil takes a lot longer to dry out. So make sure you check the soil. Most houseplants like to dry out in between each watering. So you can use a moisture meter or stick your finger in there if it's a small pot and make sure it's dry before you water. The other thing, you can still fertilize them inside. A nice fertilizer like the Plantar X is a nice natural one. It's great because it's one that you mist onto the leaves.
Nice.
So it adds a little bit of extra humidity for the plant as well.
I love that. Man, we need you like around 24/7 to go and make sure we're doing each step. And what else you got for us today?
For sure. September is a great month to plant perennials, trees, shrubs. It is ideal. The temperatures outside are a little bit cooler, but the ground is still nice and warm. So it's a perfect time to get these in the ground. One thing, a lot of stores are just clearing out what they have left, but we're actually still bringing in fresh truckloads of local perennials, trees, shrubs to keep giving you the best selection. Some of the beautiful ones here, rose bushes, blanket flower, this yellow one or this red one is one of my favorites because it blooms all summer and all fall. So that's a fantastic one.
I love this, and I love that you're bringing them in fresh too. As you know, certain people are like, all right, we're just trying to get rid of them, but you're bringing in fresh ones.
Absolutely, all the way until late October, even depending on the weather every year.
I love
and make sure when you're planting them, use bone meal. Especially in the fall, it helps the roots to really get established quickly and properly.
And then finally for us today, you know, it's that festive time of year. We got to start thinking about it.
Absolutely, fall mums. It's the time to get your mums and your pumpkins if you want to start decorating your front porch. We've got a great selection. Everything's ready in the store now. We've got all our beautiful big jumbo mums, like you see on the screen. All of our fall decor and wreaths, all local, handmade. Great time to come and visit the greenhouses and everything we have to check out.
Amazing. Look at that selection. Colin, we always appreciate you coming in because we have so many questions and we wish we could have you here all day. If people still want to reach out to you, where's the best way to find you?
Absolutely. We're at 4228 Navan Road in Ottawa's East End, or you can visit us online at robertplantgreenhouses.com.
And you really should because the facility is amazing. Colin, thanks for coming in, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Melissa, over to you.
Well, your morning just got a whole lot richer. We are giving away $20K, and guess what? It's time for today's code word. Imagine what you could do with an extra 20 grand. A dream vacation, home renovations, maybe paying off some of those bills. The possibilities are absolutely endless. So today's code word is bank. You want to head over to our contest page at ctvottawa.ca, or you can scan that QR code you see on your screen. Enter today's code word along with your info for your chance to win this CTV Your Morning Ottawa's $20,000 giveaway. And make sure to enter that information in today. You can head over to ctvottawa.ca again with that code word today, which is bank. Coming up, we will be telling you about an organization that is making a big difference for families with children to age 25 facing mental health challenges. Our guests are standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. We'll have that conversation coming up next. Happy... Well, no one wants to waste time planning and prepping meals during this already hectic time of the year. So Sherri French from Mom Hint is here to give us a rundown of some easy ways to save on meals this fall. I love this idea, Sherri. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and I know your family, like mine, we're settling into our routines, and I love that DoorDash is actually helping make mealtime easier and, most importantly, more affordable. So now, until October 13th, Dash Pass customers can unlock rotating member-only deals on DoorDash. You're going to get up to 40% off on groceries, pet supplies, restaurants, and so much more. But it's the perfect time to save while you're juggling your kids' school lunches, our work snacks, and family dinners too. So busy households can now share one Dash Pass subscription between two adults at no extra cost. So whether it's parents, roommates, or partners, each person can order independently, making everyday meals more flexible and convenient. But I love, as an Amazon Prime member, we can access Dash Pass for free, saving $120 annually for the subscription alone. That means unlimited $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on eligible orders, just in time for us to get back into our routines, because we got to feed our family. We're always so busy. I'm going to lacrosse, hockey, doesn't matter where I'm going, but I can plan ahead or order on the fly. So DoorDash helps Canadians save time and money with Dash Pass while enjoying a wide variety of options delivered right to our door. So make sure to head to amazon.ca/DoorDash. You're going to redeem your free Dash Pass subscription that's included with your Amazon Prime membership.
Amazing. Okay, let's talk about frozen meals. I know those are always a great way to kind of save us some time as well. What recommendations do you have for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So my family, we are huge fans of M&M Food Market. My husband's at the cottage right now. I left him with 3 lasagnas. They're probably gone by the time I get there. So we love that M&M has actually lowered prices on more than 150 items throughout the store, representing one of their biggest cost-saving initiatives ever. So whether you're looking for family-sized meal kits to crowd-pleasing appetizers if you're having people over, the price reductions are designed to give Canadians more of what they love for less at a time where every dollar matters. So let's talk about the lasagna that I can't keep in my freezer. So M&M Food Market's signature lasagna. It's hearty and oven ready, so easy to make. I'm a big fan of the 2 pounds, so it's going to feed 3 to 4 people, under $10. But you can get a larger family size, 4 pounds, under $20, feeding 6 to 8 people. This one too, my kids love the garlic shrimp, mouth-watering herb and garlic flavor, marinated actually in a half shell. So easy to make on your barbecue, your oven. I like to make it in the air fryer. My girls love to have it on top of their salad. So head to your local M&M Food Market location. Check out the price drop to make the transition back to fall and try to figure out how we're feeding everybody so much easier.
Amazing. Okay, last tip. Do you have any advice for packing snacks more efficiently?
Yeah, you're going to love this one for your kids. So the bento box, you do not need a fancy one. All you need is to go into your cupboard, find a plastic bin, get a lid, and then silicone cupcake holders. You're just going to place those into the bin, and you're going to put your kid's favorite. I've got some grapes, some crackers, some cold meat. Fill this in, whether you're going to sports or the kids heading to school. It's so easy to make your own bento box. You don't need to buy the fancy, expensive one.
Amazing. I love those tips. Thank you so much for joining us today and saving us time this season.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Rosie.
Thank you, Melissa. There is such an incredibly important organization called PLEO, and PLEO's mission, it is to foster help for parents and children up to age 25, dealing with mental health issues. And there is an incredible gala that's going to be happening in a short while. We're going to talk about that right now. And we've got Michelle Krogi and Tara Shannon to talk about this event, singer-songwriter Tara as well. Thank you so much to both of you here. Michelle, can you talk to us about PLEO and tell us about the organization?
Sure. So PLEO is an agency that supports families and caregivers who have children up to 25 who are struggling with mental health and addictions. And we are a family peer support agency, so we're all parents with lived experience supporting our own children. And then we support other parents and help them walk along their journey of supporting their own children through these difficult times.
I have goosebumps right now because This is so important and so necessary, and it's not very well talked about because you hear of mental health organizations that help youth, kids, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and then you get into the 20s and it's like, well, they're okay, right? Well, actually, they do need help, but the fact that it's peer-to-peer support as well, that you can share your experience, it must be a great help to those that you're helping, the parents and the children.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and as parents who are walking through that, you often feel very alone and isolated. And you sometimes aren't comfortable talking to your own friends and family because, you know, some of the situations that are going on, you tend to hold guilt and shame.
I was going to say, you feel as a parent that you failed somehow, but no, you have not.
No, we haven't, but those are our feelings, and that's how we're, so it's nice to be able to talk to somebody who's, you know, been along that journey and can understand and support you along your way.
Okay, there's a gala that's happening. Tara, you're going to be performing. Can we talk about the gala a bit?
Yes, absolutely. I'm thrilled to be part of it and to support it. It's very close to my heart. It's a story that is very personal to me. So myself and my son will be sharing our story in a fireside chat about our journey with addiction, and then he'll be performing as well, and I'll be performing a little bit as well too. But we're really excited to be part of something to just spread the word about an organization that is incredibly important. I wish I had known about them when I was raising my family, and so we're just really happy to support now.
I'm glad that you're going to be participating and with your son as well. Michelle, can you tell us about ticket information?
Absolutely. So the gala is October the 9th at the Ottawa Art Gallery
beautiful.
from 6 to 9, and tickets are available on our website at plio.on.ca. And it's going to be a lot of exciting things happening, including Tara and her son. We also will have live artists there. We have an art auction. We have pottery. So lots of things happening. It's going to be a great night.
Second annual Art of Support Plio Parents Lifeline Gala. And I have to say, I love that shot of you, Tara, looking gorgeous.
This is the real me.
And you know what? The
this
real
is what
you,
I look like every day.
I love it. The real you, I love it too. Thank you both for coming on. That is going to be a wonderful night at the Art Gallery here in Ottawa, and it's for such a great cause, an important cause. Plio, really, really thank you both for coming on. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Tara.
Thank you so much for having
Thank you.
us.
Will.
Well, we are here with Meetings BBQ, and I'm so excited. Melissa and actually I are both going to engulf in probably an absurd amount of food with Matt here today. That's coming up in a little bit, but we'll be right back because we got to keep prepping.
Welcome. I'm Rosie Edda.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And we have to get to some breaking news right now. Blue Line taxi drivers in Ottawa are set to strike this afternoon. Unifor says its members will walk off the job after the employer refused to bargain and walked away from negotiations. The company is demanding a 20% increase in taxi stand fees, the weekly amount drivers must pay just to pick up fares. The union says the drivers voted 93.6% in favor of strike action. The strike will impact 494 full-time drivers at Blue Line Taxi. The drivers will walk off the job today at 2:30.
Targeted by tariffs, Canada and Mexico have signed a pact to stand together as Donald Trump begins to unravel CUSMA, which is the existing North American trade agreement.
We're beginning a new era of elevated cooperation with a comprehensive strategic partnership.
The agreement, billed as a comprehensive strategic partnership, was signed by Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico City yesterday. It includes a plan to build infrastructure such as ports, rail, and energy corridors while tackling crime and protecting the environment.
The Supreme Court of Canada ruling it will not hear an appeal by the City of Ottawa over a plan that would see 1,500 houses built over the Canada Golf and Country Club. The country's highest court said it will not hear an appeal by the city and other groups that had tried to block Club Link's plan for years, citing a 1981 agreement to keep 40% of the property as green space. No reasons were provided. It means a lower court's decision that the agreement should be considered void still stands.
If it's one word, it's disappointed.
I think now it's going to mean no green space is safe from development, and this has national implications.
And I can tell you, after a heavy rain, this piece of land struggles to handle that stormwater the way it is now. Now, can you imagine that paved over with 1,500 housing units taking up virtually all of the green space that the golf course has? It's non-viable.
Ottawa's mayor says the plan doesn't meet the standard for responsible development. Mark Sutcliffe says the city will do what it can to ensure the 40% green space commitment made in 1981 is upheld and will not grant any of the easements that would be necessary for the site's development.
Just 8 years later, the $2 million Mooney's Bay Playground is already in need for some repairs. The area councillor drawing attention towards the state, though families are still using it daily.
Yeah, it's a really cool park, so I think it'd be awesome to keep it up, fixed up and in good shape for the kids.
We do have some of the concerns here laid out. There's rotting wood, chipped paint, and at least one nail that are sticking out. Councillor Riley Brockington says that he brought forward a long list of issues with parks in his ward to city about a month ago, including some of those details.
Certainly there are issues throughout the year, every year. There's normal wear and tear in Ottawa's largest playground. And more recently, throughout the summer, we have heard from a few residents about issues, so I did send one of my staff down to the site. Trees that needed to...
Brockington says that he expects the city to move on the repairs, but in the meantime, the park is safe to use. When the park was built, it cost the city $1 million, with another $1 million coming from a production company behind a TVO show.
A new report shows nearly 300,000 Ontarians left an emergency room without getting treatment over the last year. The figures were compiled by think tank MEI based on figures gathered from information requests from the provinces. Out of almost 6 million emergency room visits across Ontario in 2024, about 4.9% of patients left before they were treated, or more than 292,000. The report warns that patients who face delays in treatment or avoid it often end up suffering from worsening conditions, leading to more complex consequences.
This shop owner has a really cool item that is not for sale. It's a typewriter signed by Tom Hanks.
People can come down and type on it. That's great. It's not hands-off.
And Tom Hanks is known to be a typewriter enthusiast. He stopped by the store just a few years ago, and he actually talked with typewriters with the owner before he left. Hanks promised to send along a signed machine from his collection.
Both sides forgot about it until recently when the store owner reached out to Hanks for another matter, sparking both of their memories. Hanks made good on his promise, quickly sending one along. It's now front and center at the shop with an open invite for people to try it out.
So cool.
Typewriter. Wow,
right?
Talk about your throwback.
I was going to say, I thought that as soon as you were reading, I thought that maybe it was a callback to Catch Me If You Can because of the typewriter. So I started thinking about maybe that's what got Tom Hanks interested in it. I don't know, just speculating here, but a really cool kind of connection there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Very nice indeed. Melissa, talking weather now.
Absolutely beautiful day to get outside. Temperatures today will be fairly average for this time of the year. We have warmed up 1 degree. We were sitting at 9 earlier this morning. Now we're sitting at 10 degrees. Still seeing those light winds, but a high of 19 into your afternoon. So that's average. We're about 18.9 for average temperature. So yes, 19 degrees is where we should be sitting this time of the year, as well as in Cornwall, 19 for today. Brockville, Kemptville, slightly warmer down in Kingston, Trenton, 21. The Valley a little bit cooler than our daytime high. They'll sit at 17 into the afternoon, but everywhere getting to see a little bit of sunshine throughout your Friday forecast. And the 7-day forecast is quite nice. We will see seasonal temperatures for today, tomorrow. 18 and 19 are your daytime highs, but mainly sunny skies today and right through into your Saturday forecast. Overnight lows, though, dropping to 3 degrees and 5 degrees. So you might need to bring some plants inside tonight, as it will be quite cool into our overnight. As we head into Sunday, the warm weather is back. 21 is your daytime all-time high. Then Monday is the first official day of fall. It'll arrive around 2:19 p.m. into the afternoon, and temps will be above seasonal from Monday right through until next week. So temperatures still sitting in those 20s. Lots of sunshine on the way, even though there's a slim chance of some scattered showers Monday and through Tuesday. On your roads this morning, here's a live look at your time saver traffic, and we're still dealing with some volume right now out there on the Queensway. It's a little slow east to west. Right now, the split into downtown is heavy if you're heading westbound, and it's also heavy Richmond and through Pinecrest this morning.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Starting things off today with the Canada Army Run. This kicks off Sunday morning at 7:45 with the 5K race, and also features a 10K, a half marathon, and the 21.1K Commanders Challenge. You're also going to find the Canadian Tire Expo here with vintage gear and items for sale from previous Army runs. All of this plus a kids zone. Make sure you check it out, whether it's just to watch or to run. Next up, somehow already time for Sens Fan Fest this Sunday from 10 to 1 at Canadian Tire Centre. Catch the Sens walking the red carpet, plus live music and a beer garden on site if you're 19 plus. Lots for the kids too, all of this. And I'm hearing you'll also have your chance to pre-order at not tomorrow, Sunday at CTC. And finally today, the world's longest street festival is back. Make sure to check out Taste of Wellington on Wellington Street West. This features so many fun things like live art, there's a dog photo booth, free yoga, and lots more, including live entertainment and kids activities too. This is tomorrow only between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and admission is free. As usual, lots more happening around the capital this weekend. For the full list and all the details, check ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, I'm Shania Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Well, Thanksgiving dinner doesn't always have to be a struggle this year. Skip slaving away in the kitchen all day and order your meal ahead of a time. We got Matt Floss from Meetings BBQ joining us today, and it's never too early, and we've been smelling this. I call it a whiffing from afar away.
Definitely a morning whiffing.
First of all, congratulations on the partnership with the Ottawa Senators. That's so awesome.
Thanks,
you have delicious food, and that's something that the entire city can look forward to in this upcoming season.
Exactly, man.
But we're going to table our focus to Thanksgiving this year.
We got it, man. I mean, it's all right in front of us, right? Like you said, it's just whiffing right into your nose right now.
It's so good.
I love that new term.
Yeah, so what have you whiffed up for us today?
Okay, so as always, every holiday Meetings brings the food to your house. Makes life easy for you. You know, holidays are usually stressful. You're slaving away in the kitchen, your wife, your parents, whoever it may be. We don't want that. We want you to have a glass of wine, a beer, sit back, relax. Let us take care of it. So Meetings has a smoked turkey package where we smoke the turkey low and slow. So you actually get a delicious, juicy turkey. You know the stories of the dried out turkey. Everyone hears that every holiday. Terrible. No one wants that. So we have a juicy turkey, melts in your mouth. As you can see, it's just like, pull it off. It's delicious. Oh, well,
yeah.
I feel like you got to take a little bite of that.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah.
I sure.
You know what? I'll take the first bite, and then I'll have Melissa come in, and she can grab the second one.
There we go. So basically, we have the turkey, which is already fully cooked. We have all of the side dishes in these nice little containers. So we give you nice little simple reheating instructions. So it's basically like an hour and a half compared to the 6 to 8 hours that it takes for Melissa to slave all day, make her turkey, make her sides, the stuffing, everything that goes along with it. We do all that. We've got Chef Mahesh, the rest of our team in the kitchen, cooking up these delicious treats, and they're chefs.
Yeah.
No offense, guys, but they're a little bit more trained than you guys.
It's stressful. Having done the turkey one year, my first turkey was dry. My second turkey wasn't cooked. So when we carved it, I opened it, it was like raw inside, and I didn't have time to put it back in the
That's
oven.
why you use a thermometer. If you are going to cook at home, make sure you use your thermometer. It's a pretty essential kitchen tool to know if it's cooked or overcooked. Take it out at 160. Let it rest, it'll come up to 165. That way, if some people pull it out at 165, and then it continues cooking on after, then you dry out your bird.
Yeah.
So put it in, you know, test it, 160.
I did all
out,
that, and it still failed, Matt. So you know what I'm going to do this year? Third time's a charm. I'm just going to buy your turkey, stick it in my oven, pull it out, and be like, look what I made this year.
And that's the thing, Melissa. You just put it on these beautiful plates you have at home. This is my grandma's tray. Okay, these are CTV's plates.
I love it. I love it.
You just make it seem as if you've been slaving all day. Before your guests arrive, you're just pulling out these nice trays out of the oven.
Nobody's ever going to know.
Yeah, and you heard from her a couple of years. Like, I feel like no matter whether you're watching a movie or a TV show or actually doing it with your family, something always goes wrong. It's not ready on time, someone's grumpy, someone's doing something, it's dry.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, just from one bite here and then looking at this, like, you are going to be extremely satisfied. Just enjoy the football game, hang out with your family, play some card games, and have you guys do what you do best.
That's it, man. Smart. You're already learning. And Melissa, living and learning.
Okay, Melissa, get in there.
I still remember this turkey from last year because I think I ate way more than I normally do because it's so flavorful. And the nice thing is, for someone who's gluten-free,
Yes.
it's gluten-free for me.
Gluten-free. So all those sides except for the stuffing.
Yeah.
But we do partner with Gutsy's.
Okay.
One of our favorite stores,
Yeah.
both being gluten intolerant. Gutsy's, nice little plug for them. They have a store in Orleans and in Canada. They make great gluten-free stuffing.
Amazing.
And then yeah, the gravy, the cranberry sauce, the carrots, the mash. Oh,
and I should say, if you're thinking about it, just because now we've hyped it up, people are probably like, okay, we're going to do this. Is there a certain time they need to get in contact with you guys if they want to do this with you?
Yes, exactly. So we have a cutoff date. So you can go to our website, meetings.ca, plugged right here somewhere, wherever that TV is. Meetings.ca.
You can see it.
There we go. I see it. I figured it out. Yeah, meetings.ca. Click events or order now. You'll see our turkey package pop up. We have it packaged with just the turkey. So if you do want to, get a little creative and do your sides, you can order just the turkey from us. You get the gravy, the cranberry sauce, or you get the full kit and caboodle. Dinner for 4 to 6, dinner for 8 to 10, whatever you want. And then the cutoff date is basically the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So you got a lot of time. That's why we appreciate you guys bringing us out there to let the people know. Order now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
Save
order
yourself
them all.
Right?
At this point.
Can chef or someone cut me a little sliver
of
so I can have a little
Are you a breast gal? Are you a white or dark?
I'm a more white girl.
A white, so...
Yeah, the white meat, so the
See,
breast.
and I take the wing. Here we go.
So you take the partnership made in heaven.
Amazing.
Okay.
Matt, really appreciate
Look
your
at
time
that
this
juice.
morning. And again, congratulations on the partnership with the Sens, and thanks for coming in and giving us a little bit of a preview of an easy, free Thanksgiving dinner.
There you go. My pleasure. Hope to see you guys at the hockey games and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Well, you certainly will. You got tater tots on the menu of the game, so I'll be there.
You got that right.
If you know of a great local chef or restaurant, you can email us yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. You might not see Melissa and I for the rest of the show, so Rosie might have to take over because we got some food to eat.
Welcome back to Your Morning Ottawa. Look at that gorgeous shot, Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Beautiful looking Friday. Well, it's Friday, so we got to talk fitness here. Tess Franklin is a fitness trainer who specializes in showing women how to lift weights and train smarter. Tess, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
And
Thanks so much.
welcome.
Thanks so much for having me here. I'm excited to talk about, lifting and helping some women build some muscle.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know, not too long ago, it was like muscle women.
I know.
No, don't,
oh my gosh.
Don't do it.
Yep.
Now it's different.
The landscape is completely changing. Super exciting time. I'm seeing so many more women in the gym, especially the younger generation.
I love it.
They're getting into the weight room. They're like lifting the weights. They're like loading up the bar. It's really, really exciting times. I think we're starting to really understand the benefits of muscle, especially for women, for our heart health, our mental health, bone density, helps you, improve your body composition. It makes you more independent, like balance.
Right?
Like, what does
all
it
that
muscle
stuff.
do? So
it really does help overall. It's good for you. And people don't realize too, like you're lifting weights, you're strengthening your heart as well.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a little cardio component to it for sure.
Tess, you going to show us some moves?
Yes. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. All right. Let's move. So we're going to be doing some lower body exercises today. All you'll need is a mat, or if you have a carpet, that works, and a couple of dumbbells.
Okay.
So we're going to start with a Romanian deadlift. So this is a great exercise for your hamstrings, your glutes, your back. Really, really great for better posture. So let's go ahead and grab our either 2 dumbbells or 1 dumbbell. I was saying if I'd known I was going to be with an Olympian, I would have brought some heavier weights.
So Romanian deadlift, also known as RDL.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is a hinge exercise. We're going to grab our dumbbells.
Okay.
Set our feet about hip width apart. If you're not sure how far hip width is, really cool trick is you can just hop up and down a couple times, land, and that's where your feet should be. Easy.
Okay.
So now we're going to keep our shoulders back. We're going to drag that weight down our legs. We're going to push our hips back towards whatever is behind you.
And
For us, it's a couch.
And it's all good if I have two, maybe two lighter ones?
Absolutely.
That's okay?
You can do two lighter weights.
All right, so
we're going to push our hips back, drag those dumbbells down towards your knees. Once we get to about knee height, that's it. We're going to reverse it by squeezing your glutes and driving your hips forward.
You can feel the hammies working too, right?
Yeah, you should get a nice little squeeze in the back of your hamstrings. So you can keep a soft bend in your knee here, really push the hips back, keep your back flat. That looks great.
Like it? What about the neck? Do you see
the neck? Yep, so we're going to be looking somewhere a couple of feet in front of you, not up, not all the way down, just kind of keeping your eyes level. All right, that looks good. So we're going to do about 8 to 10 reps of these. Now, because the reps are lower, so just 8, we can go nice and heavy, so we can really grab some like challenging weights.
So you're going to feel it almost the first time you go down. If you go heavy, you're like, oh, here we go.
I hope. I should hope so.
Let's
you
be
want to be
engaged.
lifting. Yes, you want to be lifting challenging weights because the challenging weight is what's going to build the muscle. Which is the whole purpose of strength training.
Okay.
All right. So next exercise, we can keep those dumbbells, or if you want to do these body weight, that's okay. They're going to be a reverse lunge. So reverse lunge is great for your entire leg, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. A little bit of calves. Really, really great exercise.
Tell me about the challenge here. What do you need to look out for when you do before you do the reverse lunge? Like, what do you have to focus on here so that you do it well? Like,
you know what? Always keeping a good posture. So we always want to be mindful of a neutral spine, keeping our eyes forward, and that's kind of it. And then really just feel for it. Like as you're going through it, see where you're feeling it. And if you're feeling it in your legs, you're on track.
Let's do it.
All right. So it's a single leg exercise. We're going to start again with our feet about hip width apart. We're going to take a big step back.
Big step back.
And then lower yourself down to the floor. Now we can get our knees down to the ground, but if you can't, if you can only come to about here, that's completely all right. That's okay. And like I said, if you can't do it weighted right now, that's okay.
Then do another one here.
Yeah, we can do a body weight. So we're going to do 8 to 10 reps of these guys as well. You can do all one leg at a time or alternate legs, whatever floats your boat.
Tess,
all good.
This is so great, Tess. We're going to keep doing this, okay? We're going to come back after a break. We're going to have more from the Carp Fair while Tess and I keep doing our fitness moves for this Friday. There you go. Reverse lunges, baby. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa.
Cool.
Welcome back, everybody, and happy Friday. The whole crew now is outside. We're going to end the show with, you know what, probably, what would you say, guys, feeling like a kid again? Although we kind of always do that.
It's right up my alley. This is right up my alley, getting to have the Carp Fair here. We have the bouncy castle. My kids absolutely love that. Always a highlight. And then, of course, all the fair food. I'm eyeing these candy apples and the candy floss. What are you looking at, Rosie?
She's going for the cotton candy.
Cotton candy, baby. Yeah. This is my absolute favorite. This takes me back, and I didn't even ask. Yeah. I just went right in here, right? Oh my gosh, this just speaks fair, right? County Fair, I love it.
Oh yeah. And you know what, this is a little early taste because this starts next weekend, not this weekend, but we just have a sneak peek. And I like that you went for sort of pink over the blue, or was that just because it was closer?
Yeah, it's just closer. Just because it was closer. Just because it was closer. You know, when you think of these fairs, right, and I mean, look at the fun they're having. They're not even waiting for us. You bring your kids, you can bring yourself as well, and it just, if you're older, it takes you back. If you're a kid, you're like, I've hit payload. This is it. It's all about bouncing around and having such a fantastic time. And I'm wondering about, I know Will already talked to you about all the different things that the fair has to offer, but what else can we chat about here?
Well, there was a few things that we didn't get to. We have lots going on at the fair, so a couple of the other things that we didn't talk about is, you know, come on out and see how your food is made. We've got Good and Every Grain trailer. We've got some virtual reality. And then we also have Super Dogs. Who doesn't love the Super Dogs?
Right here, right?
Right? Well, that jumping dogs and Super Rice Dogs.
Super Rice Dogs. We have both. Super Dogs run and jump in the water, right?
No water. Yeah, the Super Dogs, So we have a family circle tent that runs all weekend long. So we've got magic shows in there, Meet the Keepers. So you want to see some spiders and snakes, right? Lots of reptilian. and the dogs.
I think I have to have redemption because I screwed this up.
Oh, you're going to
earlier
try
before.
this again?
We'll just try this again.
Go back in, Willie.
We're going to go through the side. This time we're just going to go like this.
Don't split your pants.
There we go.
No, the
Hey,
first
kids, can I
time
join
was
you?
far better.
Yeah. All right. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for
You
having
like the
us.
dive?
Ottawa. Have a great weekend. Woo!